All right, we are live, and I think I fixed my audio sync that I had a problem with, and I'm very grateful for that. And how's it going out there? It's very late, and I am Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas, and you can ask me anything if anybody shows up to this one, because I know I'm late. I had a day. Did you have a day out there, YouTube? You tell me what your day was like, and I'll share what my day was like. And damn, this is a nice mask. This actually has an extra pocket inside, so if you wanted to, you could put a filter in here. That's that VegasFaceMask.com magic. I love it. I wore my mask out there today. I shouldn't have met anybody, but some people wanted to meet me. We're not doing that until now, September. So come Labor Day, we're going to have a meetup somewhere in Las Vegas. So if you guys want to do that, we're going to have it at a place where I can get you guys food for a cheap deal so everybody can have a sit down and eat together. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm glad you're all here, even though, oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock at night. We're going to talk on a channel about Vegas for a little while. Most of the people that watch me on the East Coast are all in bed. But here I am. Hi, Steven. How was Cosmo? It was okay. I realized, though, that I should not be so close to people right now. It's not responsible, but I'm glad that I did, because there was this person that I needed to meet that really wanted to meet me, and I took the risk and I bit the bullet. And then I got home and I realized I put my household at risk, so it was worth it to meet those people, but I won't be doing it until September. We won't be meeting people till September, so we'll be doing that in September. We're going to do it on the Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, you know, holiday, as the Black Eyed Peas says. All right, so we got some people in the chat, which is nice. Arizona's in the house. I'm late. I'm always late. I'm usually up right now anyways. Holy cow, you're you. I am me, and you are you, Ernest, and thank you for being in the chat, everybody. And I got my face mask from VegasFaceMask.com. I got a house full of face masks. I got to go drop some in the mail after this, believe it or not. It is what it is. We just do the best that we can for everybody in our life, and sometimes we don't think. I didn't think, but I will be going back to the High Roller Suite at the Bellagio. I didn't realize it was the High Rollers Suite, and that was pretty cool. And I got to go up and saw this fantastic view through the VIP lounge, but I didn't do any filming because it ran very late, and I'm going to go back there in the daytime at some point this weekend because I have a very good VIP host there. Not a casino host, but just the host that had me up to the room. Timothy is here. I got that. Steven, I'm planning on flying on the 11th. How do you think things are looking around then? The 11th of July? Man, it's going to take every day by day to see what the cases are like. We got 576 cases last night and 12 deaths. Actually, one chart I saw said 14 deaths. That is tragic. We don't like that. Thank you guys for being in the chat. We'll see if we pull any numbers this time. It's very late at night, but maybe I get some people from the United Kingdom or over in Europe watching. Am I still doing the magazine job? Michael says. I am, Michael. Yep, we're just finishing up our top realtors and top doctors. Actually, that finishes technically tomorrow. After that, we're moving on to top 100 women of influence in Las Vegas. So if you know any business ladies, damn, I still got that cough. You tell me, and we can get them on a magazine cover. It's a paid magazine listing. It's an advertising job. Nice and early in the UK, Anthony says. Very nice. Steve is jealous. Don't be jealous, Steve. Hello, everybody. Somebody from Minneapolis sent me a mason jar of barbecue sauce today. I don't know who that was. I mean, there's a name, and I'll send a thank you note. That was nice. I have a P.O. box. It's in all of my videos. You guys can find that P.O. box. And I also got some amazing cards from somebody who I don't think will be in the chat right now. These are beautiful. These are pieces of artwork. I think they might sell them. I'm not really sure. I hope they do. These are awesome. These cards right here. Ooh, look how dark it got. See, look. That's the green screen when it doesn't have enough light. It gets nice and dark. But these cards, I'll show you guys in a proper video if they give me permission to. They're works of art. They are beautiful. They're three-dimensional. They're overlaid. Ooh, I better turn my phone off or else it's going to do that. Is Vegas good city for live? I mean, yeah, it's a city for live, but not much is live right now. We don't have any live entertainment or anything like that. Oh my gosh, my father sent me this picture of him in his... It is cold, 12 degrees Celsius in Canada today. My gosh, that's why I live in the Nevada desert, because it was 95 degrees. There was 100 today. Canada's in the house with Judy. My father's in Alberta, Canada, so it's cold where he's at. I want to send you some swag. Do I have a P.O. box, Desiree? I do have a P.O. box. I guess I could find it and post it in the chat here. There's not many people in the chat, so we should be able to find that while I'm talking to you right now. And yeah, it was a day in Las Vegas, like every other day in Las Vegas. It was over 100 degrees, because it always is. We talked about the National Hockey League today and how they're not doing the playoffs in Las Vegas. Some of you guys roll your eyes and say, who cares? By the way, my my audio should be in sync for you guys now. I seem to have overcome that problem by changing my audio lag, which is good. Whoa, sleepless in Las Vegas is sleepless. Hello, room. I can't hear anything because I'm on a bus. Be careful with that phone late at night on the bus. I don't want you to get in trouble. There's my P.O. box. I just pasted it in there, and you guys can do that if you guys want to. Heck, I can even put the P.O. box in my thing, because someone asked. I'm going to put it in my title. No, I'm not going to do that. Yes, I am, because someone asked. Here's the P.O. box, and it's in the title of the video, so you guys can find it now. Thank you, Sleepless in Las Vegas. You're awesome for doing that. Go Kings, go. Are they even going to be able to be in the playoffs? Are they out of round robin contention? Hey, Steve, any restaurant recommendations? I recommend most restaurants in Chinatown. They're all very nice. Very, very nice. Mahalo, I got Desiree here. There you go, Desiree. So yeah, it's very nice of you guys to offer to send me swag, stuff we all get, which is very nice. That's what swag stands for. Hi, Steve and everyone else. Greetings from the Emerald Isle. I paid for masks today. When do I hear back? Tom, I have to go in and I have to print a shipping label and then hand them to my wife, and then she has to make them all by hand. Man, Steven, you are a really nice guy. Ashley, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ashley. Oh, I got to clear my throat. Oh, that's not what you want to hear on the radio. I recommend Japanese massage for a quick blank. Michael, don't be banned from the channel, please. We are a PG-rated channel. Screenshotted. Salamat. Ooh, Desiree. Ordonez. Abacada. I got to remember how my Filipino vowels go. They don't have an F. Kings are out, but love my Kings for life. I remember watching Wayne Gretzky played the Calgary Flames around 1992 at the Saddle Dome. We sat so far away. New NHL buildings are so much nicer to go and hang out in. All right, so we got that. We got all good, like I said. Tom says, thank you for your honest and helpful information about Las Vegas. Watch you every day. Thank you. Again, thank you, and I appreciate you. It is a PG. It's okay, Michael. We're all good, man. We don't say that kind of stuff. There's other YouTubers that'll go like that. Like Sia, is it Sia? She said, I like cheap thrills. We don't need those cheap thrills on here. San Jose Sharks going to be a good team. I think they are. Are they in the playoffs? I don't even know. How's the economy in Vegas so far? Oh, man. It's really weird because I'm pretty sure the casinos are losing tons of money, and we have the highest unemployment rate out of any state in the entire country right now. It's a tragedy. There's no economy per se in Las Vegas. People still keep coming, and I'm happy that you guys are risking yourselves, and hopefully you're wearing your VegasFaceMask.com or your other mask that you might have, and hopefully you guys are... Whoa, Brett says... Hopefully you're social distancing. I'm waiting and watching in the guinea pigs on Fremont Street. Most are unmasked. Vegas is doomed. I'll bet money that Vegas closes down again soon. We talked about what would happen if Vegas closed down again. It would be a bad situation for everybody. It would be a cataclysm of crap. It would be bad. It's only 89 degrees. Can you believe that? I can believe that. I bet you, Jacob, is into... Oh, my God. That's not nice, Michael. 2 strikes. I have a 3-strike rule. Don't do it a third time, or else somebody in the moderator is going to put you on timeout for 5 minutes, and then you're going to get kicked. And I don't want you to do that. Michael, you seem like a nice guy. Steven, do you have Venmo? I don't. I have Cashapp. I don't know. Maybe I have Venmo. Cashapp's the one with dollar signs in front of it. The Cashapp is here. I'll just type it into the thing. It's blank Las Vegas Steven. That's Cashapp. But I don't know if I have Venmo. Maybe I created an account years ago, but I don't. I don't know. I have a Cashapp card, so they don't charge you anything to use it, which is nice. Rooms on Plaza Downtown website is deluxe rooms are actually pics of the new luxe rooms. Are $35 extra per night. That is some not good ways to do it. I actually have footage of the Plaza. It'll be the next room tour that I do, and I will be posting that up next week. I'll post it early on the Patreon, as you guys know I do. Go, Steve. Bring out Jack Blackjack. He wasn't here earlier. He looks like he is actually over there, so I have food. I can bring him out later on. We can do that. Not a problem. God bless and help Vegas. I agree with you, Desiree. So you guys can ask me whatever you might want to ask me on this late night stream where I probably will pull less than 200 people, which is totally fine. When I do them earlier, I get the entire East Coast audience. Do you know if Senior Frogs band nights are happening? I don't know, but I know Senior Frogs was told by somebody in the chat to be very busy and hopping off the hook. See what I did there with frogs? I'm a funny guy. Are Canadians even allowed to go to Vegas right now? No, they're not. If you have family here, you can come here. So if you have family over the border, you can go if it's in a family thing. Is the Rio open? It's totally not open. I've heard rumors that the Rio opens in August, but I can't pin my finger on that. They're not really talking about the openings. Do I have insomnia? No, I'll sleep okay after this. I hope that you are safe there. Yeah, I mean, I did an unsafe thing today when I went to the Cosmo. Somebody wanted to meet me, and I wasn't really thinking. I didn't want to let them down, and I felt bad after I got home, and the wife and I had a chat about that. Is the Neon Museum open? I believe it is by appointment only. Wow, 11 p.m. and 89 degrees. It's hot. Yeah, it'll be maybe 85 at 3 in the morning, something like that. The coldest part of the day will be like 5 in the morning. 202 people, 50 likes. Yeah, but you can't force people to like. I know how to make you like the video. I got to tell you a story, and I say, if you give me some likes, I'll tell you about the time that blank happened, but I'm not doing that tonight. I have been up since 6 in the morning. What do you think about the slot channels? Your opinion? I think they provide people a vicarious way to gamble, and some people have problems with gambling, and I don't like that. But, you know, the slot channels are innocent fun if you don't take it too far. I hope the slot channel guys have the discernible income to do that. And remember, when you gamble, it's always risk. It's always risk capital. You do that because it's entertaining to you, not because you're going to make money. My goodness. Do you think, latest channel 1 says, do you think that, well, what does he say? Do you think the lockdown 2.0 will happen with Nevadans spreading C19 at the rate of 1.6 per person? I don't know if it's Nevadans spreading it, latest channel 1. I don't think that's very fair to say. For example, on any given day, in a normal Las Vegas scenario, we have 2.25 million people in Clark County that are residents that live here. On the other hand, we have 250,000 people that don't live here. So over the course of a year, 2.2 million people still live here. And in a normal year, over the course of the year, 43 to 44 million people travel in and out of the area. So is it fair then to frame everybody in Las Vegas as the spreaders? Or is it you, and you? I'm sorry to tell you, but you may be asymptomatic and you may be spreading it. Are there any shows still at all on, like Fantasy or Zumanity? Ex Espanda says, 06, no, they're not. There's no live ticketed shows right now. Are the Bellagio fountains running? They sure are, Marcus, every 15 minutes on the weekends and every half an hour on the weekdays. And they're playing Celine Dion and everything, it looks like. Was Cosmo packed? No, it was definitely not packed. It was a Thursday night. And so, no, not packed. The Starbucks had a few people in it. The guy didn't like us being in there. I will PayPal Steven for 50 likes. Go! Oh, Desiree, you're too kind. Oh, I'm not going to ask people to take that up because I never ask for donations. But Desiree Ordonez says that she will PayPal a bag of money to Steven for 50 likes, and there's 94 right now. Desiree, it's a bad thing because I'll eventually get the 50 likes. It's an inevitability. So I don't want you to have to be on the hook for that. This one time somebody said they would pay me $50 if I didn't touch my face for 5 minutes. I went 8 minutes. So I can be pretty stubborn sometimes. I didn't expect them to pay, and then they came in and did later. They were very nice about it. Steve Miller is here with a big old red, white, and blue thumbs up. That's very patriotic for you. Smashing likes is good for you. That is true. One Lady Luck HQ showed how much she made off one of her videos. That's her business. I don't know how much did she make. Game Dame, why don't you tell us in the comments below? That's nice of her to do. Some people do that kind of stuff. Some people don't do that kind of stuff. And see, Desiree, you're off the hook because I only had 10 likes when you said that. So Desiree challenged people to give me 50 likes. So it would mean that I would have to get to 144 likes. But there's not enough people in the chat right now. Bloomberg.com is reporting that Cirque du Soleil was losing tons of money before the pandemic. This is absolutely true. Cirque du Soleil took a huge loan on, and it sounded like it was a pretty badly run company, to be truthful with you. They didn't do a very good job. Guy Libertaire, he's worth $2.1 billion. But before the whole thing and after the pandemic, they laid off a massive amount of their staff. I feel bad for those Cirque people. And then the province of Quebec in Canada, That'd be like saying the state of Maine in America. The province of Quebec is on the hook for large amounts of their debt that are going to be written off. So the people of Quebec gave them loans that they didn't pay off, and they're not going to pay those loans back. It's a you-know-what show. It's not a very good place to be. It's not a very good place to be with the Cirque right now. And the question is, what happens to all of the entertainers and performers? It's not a good place to be if you're a performer in Las Vegas. I'm going to get a bag of Canadian pennies from Desiree. I don't think she's in Canada. Well, she might be. I don't know. She said mahalo, so I assumed she was in the United States of America somewhere, possibly Hawaii. How about the RJ article about Cosmo? You know, I have to pay for the RJ if I want to read anything. They have a very good paywall that I can't get around, so I get to see the headlines. I get them while I'm talking to you sometimes. I should turn my volume off on my computer. Can you stop doing the accent, please? I don't know what accent you're talking about, but I'm just going to be me and Stacks McGee. Hopefully I'm valuable enough that you can live past it and deal with it. I've done a road trip to Laughlin stream. Was that violating? No, I have done that. I did a road trip to Laughlin before all this started, before the pandemic hit us so hard. Allison Hopkins is here from the United Kingdom. Thank you, Governor. Freshen your drink. That's what that little coffee mug looks like to me. I like to do accents, though. I think they're good. Okay, so they laid off 3,000 people. Before they laid off the 3,000, they actually laid off 75% of their support staff. So they've actually laid off a lot more than this 3,000. Please do an accent. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper, governor. There you go. Jack Ensor is here. Wow, here's a bag of pennies. Thank you for a bag of pennies, Jack. That's very nice of you. Canceled my trip tomorrow. Laughlin and Watercraft. Damn, son, that sounds fun. I would love to be on the Colorado River right about now. Steven, do you think that Vegas will be back to somewhat normal in October? I'm betting on September, so I'm going to set up a meet somewhere. I'm going to find a restaurant or a buffet that might be open. And we have to thank Jack. I lost my train of thought there. Stacks McGee. Why was Stacks McGee timed out by my friend? He said, on a more serious note, you people make me sick, knowing you're pushing Vegas trips on people, knowing that the virus is putting them and others at risk, Stacks McGee says. So Stacks McGee is new around the channel. And if he was not new, he's been lurking. And now he wants to decry me at making him sick because he says that I am pushing people on Las Vegas. So, yeah, the other day, Stacks, Mr. Big Tough Guy, who decides to do that kind of thing, the fly-by, drive-by, bam, bam, bam. The other day, I told people that I would at least wait a month to come to Las Vegas. So there you go. So you're awesome, Stacks McGee. And if you had seen that live stream, it was about 2 nights ago. I asked the audience, what would you do if you were in my shoes and I was in yours and you were the YouTuber? And most of my channel said they would tell people to be cautious and wait. And some people said that they would tell people to wear their mask at all times and wash their hands and take good care of themselves. So Stacks McGee, I want to thank you and welcome you to the chat. And I'm not against calling out people who are bullies and saying, you people make me sick. Well, who are you people? That's a very, very derisive and divisive word, don't you think? Don't you think that's the reason we get into problems with racial problems in this country and with religious problems? You people make me sick. Who are you anyways? I got a bunch of new trolls in the chat. We got Real Estate Stud. Real Estate Stud, I appreciate you being here, brother, sister. We are going... I don't know if you're a brother or a sister. You're a stud, so you're probably a guy. We're going to be PG in the comments, so feel free to comment, but we're not talking about, you know, the clubs where the ladies take their tops off. There is actually 2 of those clubs that are becoming bikini bars, to answer your question directly. Miguel Martinez will be here on the 17th. Cool. Oh, my gosh. Michael Lonecar says, I think herd immunity is going to be achieved quicker than curbing the virus. I think Michael might be right, and there's a scientist in Italy right now that's saying that in Italy, they're looking at viral loads, and it looks like in Italy, it's less of a viral load. It might be getting weaker, or maybe the people getting it are just younger. Oh my gosh, Susanna, you're too generous. You know, Susanna, you don't have the means to do that. You don't have to, guys. But thank you, Susanna. You are awesome for that. Okay, I think herd immunity is, we saw that, Michael, and I answered you on that. Had heard anything about the Circa? You know, circus prices are a little bit expensive, and I did hear, I'll have some more stuff about Circa next week. I don't want to tell you guys some stuff that might not come to pass until it happens. But I heard Circa's a little more expensive than the other hotel properties downtown. Don Cherry got fired for saying "you people." If you guys don't know, Don Cherry is a controversial figure to some circles in Canada. He's an older gentleman that's been doing hockey commentary. He said "you people," and then he was talking about immigrants who moved to Canada that don't understand the history when it comes to supporting the veterans on what Canada calls Remembrance Day. We call it Veterans Day here. So he went on a bit of a rant on Canadians' national television station, and I think it was the CBC, or maybe it was one of those newfangled sports networks, and he said, "You people don't understand the history of Canada and why we collect money for veterans." He was fired for that. I don't know what to say. Oakland Raiders Nation is in the building. What's good, Steven? I've been still watching your videos. I'm going to donate to your Cash App. Well, that's very nice. Reef is here. Oh my God, Reef K is here. I got to do something for Reef K right now. So we're going to try to do something that I probably shouldn't do. Raiders. We're going to do that to honor him because he is one of the OG Raiders fans that comes into here, and I certainly appreciate him, and it is pretty cool to see. But what I have to do is I have to find something right now, and you guys are just going to have to, all these nice people, y'all just going to have to wait. And yes, I do say y'all like I'm Southern or something. I'm not a Southern boy. I'm just a Canadian kid here. Whoa, Bruce Crozier, thank you so much. Keep up the great work from Burlington, Ontario, where the coat factory, no, it's not Burlington Coat Factory. That's Burlington, Maine or something like that. But that's great of you, Bruce. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I appreciate you very much. So what we have to do is we have to add a widget. And we're going to add a widget. We're going to go to a browser, and we're going to call this webcam. We're going to go there, and then, oh my God, that looks horrible. But hold on, we're going to make it better. Oops, we're not going to post that because that's I can't say that word. People get offended when you say that word. Yeah, so then we're going to go here. We're going to go there, and then I'm going to go here. This is to honor Reef K, who I haven't seen in the chat for quite some time. And then we're going to go there, and then it's going to go there. Oh, I did it wrong. I suck at this game. You lose, son. You lost. You lost the game. So we're actually going to just go here and go to remove this entirely. Make sure you want to remove this. And then we're going to go here. And then, yeah, I know I suck. I should have done this beforehand. But, you know, it is what it is, right? What can I tell you? So then we're going to go here and I'll make this visible. Oh, my God. It's terrible. Much, much better. There it is. We got the Raiders stadium behind us. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you guys. All right, so we got the Raiders camera behind us to honor Reef K and all the Raiders Nation who is in the house. Vermont, Burlington, Vermont. Great show. I'm from the South, Southern California, the Deep South, to quote a Adam Sandler movie. There you go. If I run into you next week, I'll buy you a beer. Love your channel and videos. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it. Hannah says I'm up late. I am up a little bit late. We got about 45 minutes left on this chat, so August may not be a great time to visit. William, I don't know. I mean, like I say, I'm going to tell people wait a month, wait a few weeks, and see what the numbers are like. And if the numbers trend down because everyone's wearing their face masks, then we're going to know. But you can always find that stuff. It's easy. Lance is here, my friend, the big, huge, hotshot head honcho manager at the best damn Little Caesars in town over on Stephanie and Sunset, I want to say, down in Henderson. You guys should check that place out and be a patron of his. I was there this past weekend and we'll go back in September. I do not gamble and miss the shows. The Win Buffet is not the same. Hopefully I can meet you in September. Yeah, that's why I haven't been to the Win Buffet. I will only say uncomplimentary things about it. Thoughts on coming in October if we are allowed out of Canada. Again, wait every 2 weeks and take a look at the stats and the numbers because this thing is a 2-week to 3-week delay. I love catching you in other YouTube channels. I don't go to other YouTube channels. I only went to Same Bet once. That was my other YouTube channel. He was very cool. He wanted to interview me for some reason. We got some Rangers fans in the house. Very cool. Kind of like the Midnight Special. Yeah, more personal with your fans when it's a late night stream. It could be. Yeah, I'm going to start doing these on Patreon and do Patreon only streams too because I can, I guess. And people are asking me if I'm going to do YouTube channel memberships. You can do members only streams there. Maybe I will if you're not into the Patreon thing and you're really invested into YouTube, and that's where you can support the channel. We're supposed to give a bunch of perks, and it's really responsible perks you got to have. It's kind of nuts. Jerry Driver is here. My friend Jerry from Cut and Shoot, Texas, is in the house. Is there a good sushi spot to eat on the Strip that you recommend? You know, Yellowtail is really good. I think that's at the Bellagio. It's more of a higher end place. You have Koi if the Planet Hollywood is open. You could always go there. I got Steelers in the house. Go Steelers, go. Ben Roethlisberger was a beast. He's never going to retire. Great show, William says. Thank you. People need to use more Lysol wipes and cover their coughs. No, they need to cover their mouth with a face mask. And you can do vegasfacemask.com if you want to do that. The wife makes them. My friend Robert is here from Seattle. He's got those Hawks, those Seattle Seahawks up there. It was nice to meet you tonight. It was nice to meet you too. And Perez, thank you so much. I'm very interested as to why the death rate has gone down. Cases apparently up. What are your thoughts? Oh, I have a lot of thoughts. Here's what game we play. It says if we get to 144 likes, that's 50 away from 94. See how easy it is. If I get to 144 likes, I'll tell you why my theory on that is happening. We can see how that goes. Thanks, Robert. On the strip, random run-ins. Yes, it works sometimes, Desiree. It does. Get to 144 likes. I'll give you my hypothesis on why I think that the cases are up, but the deaths are down. We have 146. See how that works, Desiree? But don't worry, you don't owe me nothing. I was just messing with you, my young lady friend out here in YouTube land. So here's what's going on. What's going on is my hypothesis is very simple. My thoughts, my rambling brain's thoughts, if you guys want to hear. What I think is happening is that basically it's like this. When this all first started, the death rate was very high. The death rate was very high because people were doing silly things. Out of New York State, and I believe in Washington, they had seniors that had this. And by state mandate in New York, just so you know, I just want you guys to know the balanced news. And right now, Andrew Cuomo, is it Andrew? It's not Fredo, is it? That's Chris. Andrew Cuomo, you're shipping for the next person's masks. Thank you, Desiree. You're a sweetheart. Thank Desiree, guys, 296 times. He put people by state mandate that were elderly back into the homes, which spread it, and 25% of all the deaths in New York were elderly folks. Now, I'm not saying that he's good or bad as a governor. I'm just saying that was a bad decision. Mr. Punky Power is here. Mr. Classic TV 1980. He has a slot channel. You might want to check him out. So what happens is this. At the first part, there are no tests, okay? So I said something negative about a Democrat. Here's something negative about a Republican. Mike Pence came out and said, we'll have 1 million tests by the end of, March. Never happened. But we did catch up, and now we have all these tests, okay? Every state now has the ability to basically test everybody in the state tomorrow if they wanted to. And because of this, we now have the ability to really test this. But also, our awareness has grown. Back then, we didn't know what it was. The old people would get tested. The people that would die would get tested. Predominantly, they focused all the tests on people that passed away from this thing and the people that were incredibly ill in the hospitals because that's the only tests that we had. Now in the state of Nevada, you tell me what it's like back home. I'd be interested in finding out. Now in the state of Nevada, you have the ability to get tested. You just make an appointment. You show up at the testing center. Nobody charges you. Anybody with a sniffle can get tested, whereas before, anybody with a sniffle might just defer to, it's the common cold, I can't find a test. Also, additionally, since Memorial Day, May 24th, I think it was, or the last week of May, we now have people in states opening up. So we have younger people that are going out. And additionally, a lot of those younger folks protested. You had states where people were walking around in the streets in thousands, groups of thousands with megaphones, without face masks, screaming into a megaphone and passing it on to the next person. That will cause the rate to go up, just like people going to a bar will cause the rate to go up. But those people are younger people, and they can get to a testing center, and they now have the tests available to them, and they get tested. And look at that, we're zooming in. What do we have behind me? We have the digital wall they're building. That's what they're building, the digital wall right underneath where it says Allegiant Stadium. So now those people are getting tested, but those people are younger, and more people are getting it. And there's a rumor, and I can't say it's true, that it might be a less of a violent strain. It might have mutated. So that's my thoughts on all of that. Wow, that was a lot of stuff to talk about. C19 will be here the rest of the year. Can we order an Xmas face mask? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I have to buy all the material. When I go to the material store, I don't go to a material store. There's no such thing. We go to Hobby Lobby. We go to Hobby Lobby because it's convenient to us. We end up spending $200-300 on material, and that's a lot of material to buy. So if I'm going to buy $100 of Christmas material, she just wants to know it's going to be going out there. But that's interesting, and I'll let Caroline know. Anybody in Alberta can get tested. 6,000 to 7,000 daily are getting tested. More tests. You find what you're looking for. Okay. If you were never looking for your keys, you would never find your keys. Only when you need to look for them, you find them. And as the old saying goes, it's always in the last place that I looked. How about just picking simple black fabric? You can't find black fabric anywhere, Aaron. There's a run on black fabric. There's also a run on coins. You can't get coins from the bank anymore. I was in a bank today and a merchant was getting coins and they said we can only give you $100 worth of coins. So ugly sweater edition face masks, money and profit. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. They're saying it's easier to get. Well, unless our biology has changed. There is one thing Harold might be talking about. I was reading an article in a science journal, and they said, yeah, I'm a nerd and I read science journals, and they said that in Chicago, for example, there's a virulent strain that has a mutation on one of the parts that actually attaches to our body, which makes it super contagious. Bill James, let's see what we got. Any hot laid-off dancer chicks? Man, I get a lot of people in these chats late at night, don't I? Pfizer made some kind of breakthrough. We'll find a vaccine and get on the chopper. Ha. So, facts 100%, Jack said. What did Jack say? Jack Ensor said something. I heard a rumor that about hospitals reporting higher numbers because of the kickback. So there's another thing that you guys have to understand. When Trump was doing the daily briefings months ago, he said that to ensure, and I said this in a live stream the other day, he said that basically to ensure that people will go to the hospital and not worry about a giant bill. The hospital won't bill the patient, but the hospital will bill the federal government at Medicare adjusted rates, which means that it's not as much as if you're billing a private insurance. The hospital's paying, and I think the average I've read is $39,000 per person. So if somebody shows up to the hospital and they have a problem, maybe they have broken their arm. I'm not joking, this happens. I can prove to you with factual facts. If somebody broke their arm, they might still get a coronavirus test, and then if they show up positive, they fall into that $39,000 sum that the government will pay. It's unfortunate. This is proof because in Colorado, a man had a blood alcohol limit 5 times the limit of the human body, and he died, and it was tragic. And look at that. Allegiant Stadium is lit up. I just want to point that out. You can see the lights on the top of the roof. That's pretty cool. And it turned out he also had very bad cirrhosis of the liver, and the coroner put down that he died of ethanol poisoning. And then later on, the government in Colorado revised that and said he died of coronavirus because they contact traced and they found out that he was in the same room and shared a bed, or I don't know what he did. He was in the same place as a person with COVID. So he was contact traced. And that said, well, no, the cause of death is now coronavirus. $39,000. It sucks. Joe Vegas, can't get enough of this dude. Thanks, Steven. Joe Vegas, are you new here? I appreciate you, Joe Vegas. I was wearing my sunglasses today. I'm not wearing my contacts right now, obviously, and I looked like I saw like Joe Cool. Somebody pointed out on my Facebook group. We have a Facebook group you guys might want to visit. It's called Not Leaving Las Vegas. Joe, you are so generous, man. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate y'all being here with me tonight. Heard rumors about fire in the mountains. Is it bad or under control? I don't think it's under control. There's a 5,000-acre fire up in Mount Charleston right now. It was very smoky and bad the other day. Whoa, well, what Canadian would travel outside the country when they have to do a 14-day quarantine upon return? I know, right? Yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. When did this start? I just tuned in. We've been live for 32 minutes and 56 seconds. Harold Bourgeois says, well, thank you, Harold. That's very nice. You fist pump. Somebody's moving the camera. We can see the top of Allegiant. That's very nice. This road that runs behind it, it's all just basically industrial parks. There's a couple of gas stations you can see. They're kind of behind my head right there. You can see that there. Can't get enough too, Desiree says. Thank you, Desiree. Should I have to worry about flying in with the fires? Oh, no, you're fine. We have decent air quality. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just found your channel a few minutes ago. Perfect timing. Coming to Vegas in 2 weeks for the first time in 15 years. Michelle B. I have a lot of videos on my channel you might want to check out. I do videos every morning on Las Vegas news, and I do walkthroughs of casinos, and I do all sorts of things like that. I do all sorts of videos. I have a lot of videos on my channel. How many videos do you have? Let's see. Not Leaving Las Vegas, a Vegas video channel. He's got 494 videos, this guy, on his channel. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I always stay downtown, but I'm at Excalibur. I never stayed there. Do you have any pros or cons on the hotel? Pros. It's on the south end of the Strip, across from the MGM Grand. The rooms are more affordable than a lot of places. Dick's Last Resort is a fun place to go. They have no buffet, and I don't think I know Tourney of Kings isn't running. Cons: the rooms are a little bit dated in a lot of cases, and you might not like it. And that's why you're here, to find out if you like it. Also, additionally, if it's your first time here, you might want to subscribe. I try my best to emulate the best radio voices I've ever heard. I'm not telling you who they are, but I try my best to make sure there are no dead airs on this. And as the chats are coming in, even though it's only 324 people, and I'm blessed even though it's 324 people, it's very late in a lot of places. I'm blessed with the best audience on the entire YouTube network. I somehow outrank people 2 times my size when it comes to live streams, when I'm just sitting in my room in front of my cool green screen. And we try our best to improve one aspect of every single broadcast here. Right now, I've improved my mic input lag because the last few nights it was a little bit slow. I've improved my camera. I'm trying to improve my camera lens, but it's an expensive endeavor. Vegas visitors should check out Wynn Buffet if they can, Aaron says. I am a little bit torn on the Wynn Buffet. $60 a person now, whereas it used to be $48. You have 2 hours time limit, and I wonder, they must be enforcing that, because otherwise people like me and my wife would sit there forever and just chow down. My God. What buffets are open? Raymond asks. Right now you have the Cosmo. I believe it's just brunch. It's called the Wicked Spoon. And then you also have the Wynn, and that is all, folks. There are buffets outside of the Strip, but they're mostly Asian food, and there's a Golden Corral, but you didn't come to Vegas to go to Golden Corral, now did you? Showers only at the Excalibur, no tubs. Well, there are like thousands of rooms. I wonder if that's true of every room, because lots of rooms probably have jacuzzi hot tubs in the Excalibur, but good to know that the standard rooms don't have any tubs inside of them. I like a nice hot bath to lay down and rest my bones and just chill and just, oh my God, it's my vacation. Don't tell me I can't have a bath. And you must make reservations for the Wynn Buffet. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, you should probably make reservations for everything in Las Vegas, just so you know. My favorite hotel is the Link, Judy says. Interesting take on the Link. My God, it's the newest hotel to rebrand, so that's very cool. So South Point has opened up their buffet. Mark says, ooh, my goodness. Ooh, South Point does everything pretty good. I would have to experience that. Maybe I'll smuggle a camera in, but they don't like cameras at the South Point. It's the only hotel I've ever been told to shut up and leave. And stop talking to your camera, damn it. And that was with my little tiny GoPro. Look, I brought this. Oh, I'm going to fall off my chair. I brought this little thing in, and they told me I'm not allowed to have this little dealio there. Although, to be truthful and quite honest, it did have this giant, massive Robert is checking in from Virginia Beach. Thank you. Virginia is for lovers, Robert, and you are awesome, and thank you for being here with me. It did have this, I was joking, it's not that big. It basically looked like this on a little tiny mini tripod, and she said, you have a professional recording device, you must leave. And I said, professional recording device? Ma'am, I don't think you understand how crappy this GoPro is and how much I want to throw it at a wall half the time. Now I go in with a bigger camera. Today, the Bellagio was nice. He logicked that I was not an idiot, and I was telling him the truth when I said my camera is not professional, and it's not. Oh, my goodness. Boyd is the man. Robert Boyd. He's the head of Boyd Gaming, everybody. So when you come to town, Robert Boyd is going to hook you up. I'm lying to you. That's not true. Maybe. Maybe it is true. I don't know. Have you eaten at In-N-Out? How many times this week should be the question, Judy. How many times this week? Actually, no. My wife had In-N-Out Burger last night. I, for some reason, wanted to kill myself, so I went to Jack in the Box. Oopsie, I said something that YouTube will take exception to. They hate when you say that kind of stuff. That's a bummer. Do not eat at the Circus buffet. OMG, how do you screw up pancakes? They were like little manhole covers. Even the sausages were lousy. First of all, I don't like sausages very much. Second of all, you said Circus buffet and sausages at the same time, so I am getting sick thinking of it. I bet you they were greasy too. Behold, a Pale White Horse is a good book by Bill Cooper, Reef says. Is that a religious book? Because I think the Bible talks about a pale horse. There's a Johnny Cash song called You're Gonna Come On for a Long Time, Cut You Down, something like that. And it's a really good song, and he actually quotes part of the Bible at the end of it. It's very interesting. Whoa, Terry, are you going to live stream fireworks Saturday night? Probably not, Terry. CJ's daddy is here. I missed your daily walk and talk live stream marathons. When's the next one? Plaza Fireworks on the 4th? Hell of a workout. Bravo. I am not going to the strip if I don't have to, and I might lose some viewers and I might lose some people, but I am feeling like we're at the very tail end of something that we have all fought through very, very hard. And after I got sick myself last week, not with C19, it really gave me a perspective of thought into my head. And I'm thinking to myself, my wife basically just stays at home all day, every day. Okay? And what do? What is my responsibility? I go to work and I have my own office, and that's nice. And I isolate myself there. I go into the grocery store when I have to, or to the Wallyland, and I wear my face mask from VegasFaceMask.com that the wife is making all day at home. She's safe. I'm safe. Why am I going out and putting myself near a lot of people when the stats are so bad? So I'm waiting a few weeks to see what the stats get like. I saw a graph today that was promising. It looked very much so like the numbers are dropping tremendously after the mandated face masks, but we don't know yet. LA County banning fireworks. Lancaster mayor up in northern LA County said he's going to allow it. Ooh, my gosh, Lancaster. Is that a little bit more rough? Is Lancaster one of those kind of counties that's going to go against what the other counties want? Interesting. I'm surprised that Anaheim is not going and Orange County is not going for fireworks, because Orange County is there's a lot of people with R's next to their name, and they tend to kind of go their own way. You can go your own way. Do you see the crazy guy outside In-N-Out again since the last time? No, I've not. So Kev K has been watching me for a long time. I went to the In-N-Out Burger. We kind of did like a mukbang. Not really. We just ordered food. If you don't know what mukbang is, it's the most fascinating thing in Korean culture ever. Giant plates of food and people just eat. The explanation there is that Korean people feel isolated a lot and their culture, and so they look at these folks like their friends. Some of these streamers have 1 million people watch them. It's crazy. And this guy was behind me the whole time, and he knows I'm talking to a camera, I think. I'm not really sure, but he starts like talking to me and trying to have this real intimidating conversation. And my wife is right here, and it's like 10 o'clock at night on a Friday, and I'm wondering if this guy's going to go violent on me. It never happened, but it was very bizarre. It looks like fireworks are going to happen at Los Alamitos Reserve Base as well. Very nice. If you guys want to watch it tomorrow, the president is doing some kind of thing at Mount Rushmore at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 5 p.m. on the West Coast. I don't know what it is where you are. So they're going to be doing like a nice patriotic display. You could always stream it. I bet you it's in 1080p. It's probably going to be an excellent looking stream because he has all the money from the federal government behind it. Let's be real. Nevada is sandwiched between California and Arizona. So screwed. It could be Wild Card Show podcast. What's your podcast about? Okay, Kev K has been lurking for a long time. Where's my wrench? I've been here forever lurking. Yeah, you got to participate in the chats. Kev, my man. You're awesome for being here with me, though. You got to participate. You get that blue wrench. I was just about to watch the late, great Planet Earth. Is that one of them documentary series? Sounds very fun. Sounds very cool to me. Oh, my dumbs neighbors have been setting off fireworks for a week. You know, there's always a problem. I'll tell you what happens here under normal circumstances in Nevada. If you guys want to get me to 200 likes, I'll tell you what happens here and how the police tries to combat that. They have some high-tech tactics here in Las Vegas to combat those things. But we have some major problems with fireworks out here in the valley. Give me to 200 likes, and I will explain all of that for you. See? I have to bribe you and e-beg for likes. Stephen J, I was eating at the Outback Chicago and I got hassled about not wearing my mask going to the bathroom. How does this happen when you're out? So yeah, when I went to a Korean place with somebody and we went into the restaurant and they had this display, this little, it looked like a cheapo tablet, but it wasn't. It had a temperature gauge in it and a place to put your face. And the sole purpose for the display, because it was modified with extra hardware, was to find out if your temperature was good. That was nice of them, right? So look, we're doing the things off the strip that we should do on the strip. And then she explained, she said, you guys are free to not wear your masks at the table, but we ask when you move through the restaurant and you go to the restroom or you go to the front desk to pay, we ask that you do wear your mask. And it makes sense because if you're walking through the restaurant and you sneeze and you're not wearing a mask and the saliva goes everywhere, whatever, you don't see it. It's microscopic. It goes everywhere. I guess I'm never going to tell anybody. Uh-oh, I'm going to get to 200 likes. What am I supposed to tell you guys at 200 likes? I can't even remember right now. I am so tired. It's not even funny. Oh, fireworks in Vegas. Yeah, it makes sense. We don't want to spray that stuff everywhere because that's the globules, the droplets you don't see. What did you eat at Jack in the Box that made you sick? Oh, nothing. I'm just making a general joke about Jack in the Box and fast food. I had a spicy chicken sandwich and panko onion rings and curly fries, and it was fabulous. I also had a Sprite Zero, which I'm craving something sweet without sugar or caffeine right now. So the deal is every year in Vegas, they fly helicopters, police helicopters with infrared temperature thermal scanners at a low level over the city. And when they have neighbors that report that there's fireworks that are going off that are illegal fireworks, they fly into that neighborhood and they use their thermal scanners to try to find which of the fireworks are giving off a heat signature trail. You've seen this. You saw it in Terminator, or in, you know what I'm going to do, right? You all know. If you're new to the channel, why don't you tell everybody what I'm going to do when I say Predator? When I say Predator, tell them in the chat, because there's a lot of new people here, because I'm getting new time zones and stuff like that. It's almost like you planned this. Yeah, kind of, sort of, but I am still late. And tell them what I'm going to do when I say Predator. They use the thermals like in Predator. You know, the part of Predator. Nobody's saying what I'm going to say. Oh, my God. Come on, do it. Kill me. Come on, take me out. I do the Arnold impression. It's pretty terrible. Arby's has curly fries. So does Jack in the Box. But Red Pill, I don't think you have Jack in the Box up there. So Arnold, you know, the Predator and the view, and it's the thermal camera, and he's going, come on, do it. Kill me. Do it already. I'm Arnold. I use vowels. Woo. Man, I'm going to ruin my voice all over again. So they look for the heat signatures for the fireworks that are more powerful and hot than others, because those fireworks will oftentimes land on somebody's roof, and it can start a fire on roofs in Las Vegas or in palm trees because it's so damn dry out here. We get 6 months of 6 months, 6 inches of rain. Phil Tilt asks about the contacts. My eyes are very tired, and they're in the car. They're in a case. I wore them for a little bit at work today. They're still not the full prescription. I'm going to get a more powerful pair, which will help. Oh, the helicopter, Steven. Choppa. Look at that. It's getting a chopper. Let's look for fireworks. Yeah. We're going to look for fireworks. Look at that. It's Las Vegas. It's a strip. It's beautiful. Anyways, yeah, Slam Dunk was hidden. Oh, man, he must have been just all over the place. Man, I want to see what Slam Dunk said. I'm here. Come kill me. Why did we get rid of Slam Dunk for that? Dude, you can't get rid of Slam Dunk for that, Mark. Now I can't undo Slam Dunk. So now I'm going to have to go into my YouTube, and I'm going to have to go into my thing, and I'm going to write it on the back of this face mask order. So Slam Dunk will have to come out of the sin bin, and I can't do it right now because I'm on a live stream. No reason to ban him for that. He was saying a thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to go and see if I can do it right now. I got to get rid of Slam Dunk. There's like 5 billion people who are completely banned on the channel, so now I'm taking my time out to do this. It's okay, Mark. I'm not mad or nothing. I just don't know why I would get rid of him for saying an Arnold line on the channel. So look at that. Oh my God, there are so many of them. Can I just go Slam? Oh, no. Looks like I can't. No, I can't find him right now. This is a bummer because I don't want to ban people that hide him on the channel forever if I say an Arnold line. All right, Slam Dunk. I don't know. There's so many people that oh God, I wish that I could get his channel URL because I could make him an authorized user and then he'll be able to chat with us. Maybe not in this chat. Slam Dunk Slam dunk. You guys don't do this, mods. I don't want that. It's not this guy with 70,000 subscribers, because that's a different icon. We don't want to ban people that say Arnold lines. We just want to ban people that are being naughty and saying, like, you know, non-PG-13 lines. Let's try this one. If this doesn't work, I'll have to get him in the future. So I'm sorry, Slam Dunk. Mark is just looking out for the channel. He's my #1 guy. He gave me the air conditioner in my room, so I appreciate that. I'm back. Okay, he got unhidden. Good. All right, I didn't see that. Thank you, guys. He's not banned. He's hidden. Okay, you guys are great. Sorry, I'm not mad at Mark. I'm happy that Mark did that because he wants to make sure that the channel has the highest quality environment. Now, we're not a bunch of people holding hands and babying your feelings. We just don't want non-PG-13. Paul says, thanks for the late night. Thank you, Paul, for being here, my friend. Thank Paul 338 times. No, the whole thing about this channel is we want to make sure that people can say, make America great again, or they can say, screw Trump. They can say Joe Biden's the greatest politician in the world, or they can say that Joe Biden is a useless old politician. They can say all those things. They can say that I don't like face masks. They can say I love them. They can't say anything that's anti-Semitic, racist, misogynist, bigoted, anti-trans. Those are just hateful. Those are people. Treat them like people. Is Las Vegas in danger? J-Man said we're going into a great recession. I don't know. I've been talking about the dangers that Las Vegas is in for weeks. So, I don't know. I think we're already in a great recession, but why would I make a video to do that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, get clicks. No, that's why you do those videos. You get lots of clicks. Is Las Vegas in danger? I already answered you, AGZ, man. I already answered you, man. I've been talking about this stuff in ad nauseum for a long time, and now others are starting to say it, which is fine. Let's see here, RB3, we are a PG-13 channel. Please don't ask that question anymore. My brother got Rona a month ago. Happiest guy in the world, doesn't have to worry about it anymore. You know, that's what that is, and they're saying a lot of kids are going to have these C19 parties, which is crazy to me. They're going to try to infect themselves. That's the worst thing you could do, because then you go hug your grandpa, and then boom, grandpa's sick. Late night from the LV. Slam Dunk, we're going to be screwed if we keep printing money. He is very, very right on that. I agree with him. Slam Dunk says, but we've been printing money for decades, unfortunately, and that's a problem. Everywhere seems to be going into a great recession. Get to the blackjack. Get to the black. I can't even. I sound like Kermit. Kermit the Frog. Get to the blackjack. Yay! Many people got the virus twice. This is true. There's a guy in China that got it 5 times. Oh my God, we're doomed. I will be through Vegas on 7-11 on my way to Zion. That would be cool, Steve. Just text me, man. Use my, I don't know, use my something or other. Find me on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, I don't know what to do. I'm itchy as hell. Oh, but he touched his nose. He's going to die. Start the reactor. Dieter can't do their job. I have friends that have been waiting for UI Cash for months. Yeah, I know, right? It sucks, and it sucks for them because they're in big trouble. Some of them don't have any income whatsoever, and I don't feel good about them. Doesn't feel like it here in LA. Steven, have you ever been to Europe? No, I've not. I mean, my family's all European. I'm Polish. I'm Polish. I'm Irish, even though it's Campbell is the last name, and I'm also Ukrainian, so it's a lot of history there. I just never been watching for a while now. Thought I would pop in and say hi from Vancouver, Washington. I appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you, Beer Belly Rub. That is a crazy name. That's a lot of beer belly. Steven, what's the highlight of your day today? Talking to you guys on camera, but also a great thing was seeing this Bellagio. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go back there. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. My person, they bought some face masks. They paid way too much money. They paid like hundreds of dollars for a few face masks. That was their way to contribute. And I hand delivered because I've been talking to this person for a long time. We've become friends. And very nice couple, and I'm standing at, I meet the guy, and he says, I'm in front of the Rolex store. So there's a Rolex store right beside the conservatory, and he says, come up and see the room. I have a 1-bedroom room. So we go into this door that I didn't even know was there 5 minutes ago, and it turns out I'm in the VIP lounge. Ooh la la. So then I go up to, I don't even know what floor we were on. It was very high up, like 40th floor or something like that, and I'm looking at this room, and this room is just massive. It's a VIP room. It's in the VIP section. You get a VIP host. And it was great to sit down with some chill people when we were in the room, and I was like 10 feet away from him, and he was 10 feet away from me, and I got to see that. I'm going to go back there this weekend and film it, and you guys might want to subscribe to the channel for that. That would be cool. I heard people should take vitamin D and it'll build up your immune system and maybe you have a better chance of beating it. I have no idea if that's true. Has anyone heard this too? Vitamin D is a very important hormone. I bet you didn't know it was a hormone. Especially important in men. Vitamin D can boost testosterone naturally. We generally don't have vitamin D deficiencies, however. There is reports that sunshine and being outside does help. When the Spanish flu was around, they found that patients that were put outside during recovery during the summer months did get better faster. It could have something to do with vitamin D. I would say supplement, eat a healthy diet right now, get some sun. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. Only good quality vitamin C will help you. Slam dunk is right on that. I was at Fremont Street. It was busy, so people had masks on. So hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have positive cases of C. Well, we want negative cases. Remember, the negative is a positive. When the doctor tells you and says it's negative, that's a good thing. It's not a negative news. My janitor closet at the Flamingo comes with a 120 volt electrical outlet. Yeah, I mean, I've never, not right, not yet. Who knows? Maybe now, let's be honest. These Vegas channels only get so big. But yeah, it was nice to be invited up. That would be nice. Steven, you want to grab a beer at the end of July? I'll meet with you at the end of July, depending on how the cases are. And my wife's going to be coming to the meetings and stuff like that too. Yep, you get vitamin D from sunlight. Vitamin D and zinc is helpful. Zinc is a helpful supplement. Zinc is good for your immune system. It helps your body fight things. It does a bunch of scientific stuff. I have to read up on zinc a lot more. They have to isolate it in Edmundchuk. They do. We call it Edmundchuk in my household because there's lots of Ukrainians up there, and they're almost named with a K at the end. Slightly off topic, are the remains of the speed roller coaster still in the opposite? No, they've been gone for a long time. So what my friend Ian is talking about, just a stone's throw away from this stadium right here, there was 2 giant pillars that were installed, and those pillars were supposed to house a giant Ferris wheel. And the giant Ferris wheel was supposed to have a retail. And at the old Sahara, not the new Sahara, the old Sahara had a NASCAR cafe, and at the NASCAR cafe there was a thing called Speed the Ride. Speed the Ride was an inverted roller coaster. It didn't go up a hill and drag you down. It shot you real fast. You went up, and then you went backwards through a loop-de-loop. And that was broken down and sold to the investors that were going to build the giant Ferris wheel. Problem was that Caesars Entertainment had this wacky idea to build a Ferris wheel and do it with money that they actually had. So the one down by the Mandalay Bay was never built, but at one point they were moving the roller coaster down there. Now what they were probably doing was what they did in my hometown in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And they did it in a lot of other places. So here's what they would do. Do you guys want to hear the story about how land speculators would rip people off and rob them back in the 1800s, and how they did probably the same thing at this giant Ferris wheel site? You tell me in the comments below if you guys want to hear that story. I'll tell you how it basically everything old is new again. You tell me, okay? Say yes, you want to see that story. I'll tell you that story. NASCAR Cafe had a big burrito. I wonder if the Harley Davidson has a big burrito as well. Vitamin D does help with the immune system. Sure, general health is good, yes. Too bad the Hard Rock is no longer there. Yeah, but they're opening in October, the Virgin Casino. I cannot wait. Stephanie gives me a thumbs up. It's late and he's going strong. Make some likes happen. Thank you, Desiree. That's cool. All right, so I got a few yeses. Yes. So basically, I'm from a place in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I grew up in a home, and my neighborhood was called Forest Lawn. Now, if you're from LA, you might say, wait a minute. We have an area called Forest Lawn, and you certainly do. See, back in the day, when there was no railroad in a lot of cities, a lot of people would come through and they would set up shop. And these 2 guys that were Americans that came up to try to get rich in oil or in gold or in something in Alberta, because a lot of Americans would go up. That's a very American. There's a lot of expats from America living in Alberta. And back then, what they did was, after they went bust and didn't make any money, they bought some cheap land at the top of a hill. Now, there was no paved roads. There was no cars. But what they did was they stole some railroad ties. They did this in other countries. They stole some railroad ties from from a small railroad that was just building their own thing to, have a rail car to move some materials back and forth between farms. They put them in the ground, and they said, this is where the Canadian National National Railway or Canadian Pacific Railway. They didn't know where the railway was going to go, but everybody knew the railway was coming. And so they would speculate and sell this real estate to people on land that they bought really cheap. And they would say, look, the railroad ties are in the ground. They've already come out here and they've already said the railway is coming, so you should invest in this land because this is going to be the central business district when the railway gets here. Well, that never happened. They were lying, and they named it Forest Lawn because that's where they were from in California. So I think that's what they were basically doing with putting the roller coaster there because there was nothing else there. So they put the roller coaster there, show, look what we invested in. You got to get this retail space. You need to give us a bunch of money so we can build this thing. Look, we're installing the roller coaster as we speak. Of course, the roller coaster was never installed. In the end, I don't know where it is. It could be anywhere. It could have been shipped off. You know, roller coasters are really popular to ship off to Asia. When I was a kid, we used to go to a place in southern Ontario called Crystal Beach. It's no longer there anymore. They had one of the largest Ferris wheels in North America. And when that was broken down, it was an old creaky wooden Ferris wheel. It was actually sold to somebody in Japan. Yeah, so they ship it overseas. The roller coaster at West Edmonton Mall is scary and has a bad history. I've never been on that coaster. We went to West Edmonton Mall. The funnest thing I did at West Edmonton Mall was we went on that submarine that goes around all of the aquatic life in the middle of the mall. That was very, very fun. They have taken down the big guitar, the Hard Rock, but the name is still on top of the hotel. Yeah, Mark, I don't imagine they'll change that name until they're ready to take it off the building and paint the building and then put up Virgin Hotel. And I still think the Virgin Las Vegas sounds like a beautiful drink that everybody should copyright and patent and sell me the rights to, because I said it like last March when I talked about the Hard Rock being closing. Paul Rotter just saw that. Okay, you think Vegas will shut down again as the cases rise? I don't know, Paul. I talked about what that would look like on another live stream. It wasn't pretty. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe I should start making those clickbaity videos about the second recession and about the third, the fourth, the 10th recession. I think we're heading into a depression. I think it's an inevitability when you halt the entire economy of the world for 2 months straight, but that's just me. Did you hear a few Vegas clubs have opened as regular bars now with, yeah, they have bikini tops on the bars. It's really weird, man, but they have to make their money somehow. You know, back when we were all shut down and only essentials could stay open, some shops started selling toilet paper and water, and they had to have X amount of their stock be that. So maybe they were like a health food store, but they didn't sell enough health food, or they had like I don't know, maybe they sold vape products, you know, vaping with the nicotine, and they would then get water and put water in their store and toilet paper from the Costco. So they were essentially hoarding it so they could resell it to you so the government could say they were an essential. They would have the government come in, inspect that you had all these essentials, and then they would have to let you stay open. A lot of new names here tonight. It's probably a byproduct of me being on so darn late, and I am very, very grateful that everyone's here. And if you're new to the channel, you might want to subscribe. According to what I just looked at a few minutes ago, we have 494 videos on the channel. We do videos on moving here, visiting here. We do a lot of videos on news in Las Vegas. So if you're interested in the city whatsoever, you should come. I have a bunch of, you should join the channel, subscribe to the channel. I have a bunch of footage filmed from the Plaza Hotel. I also have a video in the can I have to do of my friend Josh, who's a realtor professionally here. It was really, really cool. You mean the Comet roller coaster? Oh, John, look at you, man. You are the expert. You're right. It was the roller coaster. It wasn't the Ferris wheel. I rode that roller coaster at Crystal Beach. It was one of the scariest roller coasters you could ever be on. As far as I know, that roller coaster in Canada was built in the 1930s. I was riding it in the 80s and the 90s, and it just whipped around. The whole thing was creaky, and it was nuts. Please click on the like button. Dig in on this extended time live chat. Thank you, CJ's daddy. You guys are still talking. I'm still talking, Game Dane. You got it. Morning, Brenda and Shane. They're over several time zones from now. I imagine it's 8 a.m. where they are. I wish I had my Brenda and Shane hat. They did give me a hat, but I don't have it on me right now. It's got a D for Dublin. They said, I'm from Dublin. And they said, Dublin. And I said, where? And they said, Dublin. And I said, I know, I'm just joking. But they gave me a cool hat, and it's got the Dublin skyline on the bottom. You guys, my P.O. box, I put it up there if you guys want to send something to me. Nobody knows I have it, but it's been in every video for the last 4 months. Did I take a siesta? No, I didn't. I'm actually incredibly fatigued and super duper tired right now. I went to Subway and ate 2 subs this morning at noon, and I haven't had food ever since. I'm going to run in circles at the Circa when it opens. There you go. You can run through the Garage Mahal. What a name, huh? John Fiera says, oh wait, no, John Bradley says it sucked, too scary. It was one of those thrill rides that would never pass muster today. I'm a night owl, Stephanie says. This works for me. Well, you're in my time zone at least, Stephanie. I got you. Goitcher has no work tomorrow. Me neither. All the businesses are closed. The sales guy can't call businesses that are closed. Although I do have to call a realtor at 3:30, and hopefully they answer the phone because realtors are super busy people. When they get with clients, they don't answer the phones. $5 footlongs. Yeah, actually it is. It's buy one footlong, get one for $5. So that's no, I lied to you. It's buy 2 footlongs, $5 a piece. July 3rd just happened. Yes, look at that. We talked for an entire day right here on the channel. That's awesome. I had 2 footlong subs. Yep, I did. I was a piggy today. I had a tuna sub, and I also had a footlong roasted chicken. Roasted chicken's not that bad. I need about 2,600 calories a day to keep me going, so I'm still within my limit. Are they tearing down the Rio? No, absolutely not, Luis Flores. The Rio is on a 2-year leaseback agreement with the company that bought it. The company bought it from New York several months ago. I did a video on the channel, and the 2-year agreement says that the Caesars Entertainment stays as employees, and they can't do anything for 2 years with it. Well, guess what? They're going to have a year without the Rio, it looks like. Holy smokes, huh? Yes, that's the American spirit, Last Channel 1 says. Right. That's why you're up, you party animal. Oh, my God. Look at Paul's already booked his Circa stay, which is cool. We got a lot of people asking about gentlemen's clubs. I'm not talking about that stuff. I don't talk about that. There's other YouTubers that probably want to talk about that. They're going to put it in their channel, and everybody's going to run and flock so they can talk about stuff that puts their channel in jeopardy. YouTube has some pretty strict content restrictions. I am trying to be a man of everybody's tastes. Is Blackjack awake? Blackjack is over there. Here, come here. Get him to come. So this is his specially medicated food. It costs $100 a bag, but I bought this last in February when I had to buy it. If I do this, what are you doing, dude? Oh, hello. He's here now. Hi, baby. Come on, Blackjack. Everybody wants to see you. You're a superstar, and I promise to feed you afterwards. Nobody wants to see the cat's butt. Oh, my gosh. Okay. New yeah, everybody's got a new. There's always a new thing, guys. It's always going to be a new thing. Blackjack to the chopper. He is here. Look at him. He is so just phased. What are you doing to me, human? You freaking promised me the promised land of food. He's purring. I don't know if you can hear him purring. Can you hear him purring? Yeah, he's purring. He's a good cat. Is the Rio still part of Caesars? The Rio is basically renting space. So imagine you had a mansion you lived in, and you sold the real estate to somebody else so they would own it, and you promised to pay them rent for 2 years. That's essentially what Caesars has done. So they're going to run their own property inside. Come here, you fat butt. He's going to run his own property inside. They're going to have no say over the day-to-day operations, the new owners. The new owners are based out of New York. I can't remember their name of their company right now. He is just like, he's just clawing me. He's got these razor sharp claws and giant huge paws, and he's a big cat, so I gotta make sure he doesn't claw me too much. Yes, you can hear Blackjack. Very nice. Rio back in the day had Club Rio. Actually, Prince had a club at the Rio, one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Prince from up in Minnesota. He actually performed there a few times, and if you're lucky enough, you can find it on YouTube. He did some live performances there, which was great. Who are the boobs giving your live stream a thumbs down? Oh, I don't know. There's always somebody. There's always somebody that's doing it. We didn't have to delete Destroyer J. There's nothing wrong with him asking me that. It's like saying who are the jerks who are giving your live stream a thumbs down. So you don't have to delete that comment, guys. So you guys are good on that. My protective mods are beautiful people, aren't they? Love you, Blackjack. You're a superstar, Blackjack. Just keep staring into the light, but don't stare too long. I don't want you to go cat blindness. No William Hare Sportsbook going on. They've got the weird European teams playing football. Yeah, I mean, it's a Premiership League, right? So you got that, and you got that guy screaming, goal! I could keep going. I'm not going to do it. Sweet cat purrs. Yeah, you want to purr some more? There you go. I love it. That's his get to the chopper. I have a cat, too, that needs prescription food. Yeah, he's got the crystals. He's got the crystals. No prescription food means he can't go #1, and he gets hurt. Is the Palms going to open? Nope, not for a year. Station Casinos has said that the Palms is going to be closed for the next year. I just like the Rio's elevator system. Very slow. They got that pill that goes on the side of it up to the Ghost Bar. Oh, my gosh. Look at you. I'm so sorry. Did I break your heart with the food promise? Okay, let's go feed you some food right now. Not on camera. We'll do a slow speed filming of his food eating. I'll put on Patreon or something like that. We gotta keep the quality on the channel high. Okay, so it's looking to be a mod soon, Steve Miller. Why are you not a mod? That's stupid. I'm stupid. You're stupid, Steven Campbell. All right, Steve Miller's a mod. Yeah, you've been in the chats forever and a half, Steve Miller. Welcome to the mod ship group. Is the Palace Station buffet is not open as far as I understand. But Mark, if he's still in the chat, Mr. Uber could tell you he's got this. He's got this. The hand on the pulse is what he's got. I might have to go to Vegas in August. Get to the chopper to relieve the boredom. Minneapolis is dead. You betcha. Oh, yeah. Minneapolis. This one time I was doing timeshare. And I was talking to these guys, and I'm like, where are you from? And they're like, Minnesota. I'm like, oh, land of butter. And he goes, no, land of cheese. And his friends just tore into him. I'm like, no, land of butter. Why do you think it's called Land of Lakes? The guy was just having a good time. He probably had a few wobbly pops, as they call them, a few adult cocktails. And he was like, no, that we do the cheese. And his buddies were like, dude, that's Wisconsin. You are no longer an honorary Minnesotan. You are a Wisconsinite. Fly like an eagle, Steve. You're up there now. Why is the Palms closed for the next year? Rob says. I have my theories on the Palms closure. I think the Palm is closed because they were already dealing with the culinary. They have this really sticky situation where they want to unionize. The culinary wants to bring as many people into the fray because obviously they get union dues and it helps them grow their bottom line. But also, some people will argue the unions are good, but they were having protests about this because the Palms was sold to Station Casinos, and Station agreed that if the employees of the Palms voted to enter into the culinary union, that they would allow them to enter into culinary. Well, then the Palms reneged and didn't allow them to, so it went all the way up to a federal court district, and that's what they were dealing with. So if you're Station Casinos and you're going through all of this muck and all of this garbage, do you want to deal with all that? The answer is probably no, so you keep them closed for a while. But I can't prove anything I just said, as it says on the disclaimer on the bottom of the screen that I wrote yesterday, which doesn't even matter. The opinions of this channel are just opinions and are allowed under free speech and freedom of expression. But that's where I think the Palms is coming from on that. And you guys can tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Minnesota cold. I never heard it called that, Mitchell. That's interesting. Any more buffet openings happening this weekend on the Strip? Only in Win and Cosmo. Well, Mark Crofton had said that the South Point buffet is open, but then you got to go and do the Uber to the South Point. Don't take the bus right now. Sherry Johnson is here. Wow, she says. Well, that's my theory. It makes a lot of sense from a business perspective, right? Just keep them locked out, then you don't have to deal with the problem. Plus, the Palms wasn't doing very well beforehand. Plus, they don't know how many locals are going to be going to the hotels. Thank you so much, Sherry. You are a sweetheart for doing that. You're awesome. Whoa, John Laro. Let's do that thing right now where we shout out some people. So analytics-wise, my maximum chat rate at one point, it was 32 per minute. John is awesome. Thank him, guys, for me. Shout his name out. Shout it out loud. Shout. Shout it out loud. Oh my God, I'm singing the 80s again. Plus, we also have these people who are local Las Vegans level 3. We have Sleepless in Las Vegas, Brett Boyle, Steve Miller, Allison Hopkins, Jack Ensor, Susanna Thornton down in Aussieland, Bruce Crozier up in Canada, Robert Jimenez, Desiree Ordonez, Mr. Classic TV 1980, who has a slot channel you might want to check out. Joe Vegas, Harold Bourgeois up in Canada, Robert Boyd, CJ's daddy, Full Tilt. We also have Sherry Johnson and John Loro. And if you go to Mexico, you'll see that there's a shoe store called Canada. They have a little squiggly line above the end. It has nothing to do with Canadians. It's after midnight. Are you feeling all right? After midnight. We're gonna let it all hang out. Hi, Steve from the Bay Area. Jocelyn Chung Kim is here. Very nice. Tears for Fears, I think it was. I don't know. Could have been Depeche Mode for all I know. It was not Bryan Adams, that's for sure. Thought Fallout, though. I became a member today, Rocio Villa, on the Patreon. Well, thank you. I haven't been able to see most of my notifications all day. John Bradley's in Niagara Falls. I grew up at 5612 Heritage Drive, Niagara Falls, Ontario, L2J3J7. Don't worry, nobody I know lives there anymore, so don't knock on their door or anything like that. I dropped off some support from you on PayPal today. I didn't see that. I suck. Oh, I did see that. I think it was $20, and I do appreciate that, and I have to write notes back to the people that do that. Because if I don't, then I'm a real heel. So I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, Knight's Landing tonight. That is very nice of you to do that. Nobody has to do anything. I don't ask them to. Oh my God, Denise did something too. I shouldn't say people's names out loud, should I? It's the Subway subs you ate. It's giving you lots of energy. I got to be honest with you. It didn't give me energy all day. I wanted to fall asleep, and I hated myself for doing it. Do you ever play Fallout Las Vegas, and which faction do you play? Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, it's a good game. I tried to stream it on the channel, but I have really bad internet, so I can't stream video games. I wanted to play the whole thing episodically wise out here, but maybe it was my settings. Maybe it was my OBS studio. I don't know. That's what I used to stream. That's the software. I played it a long time ago. I just had a bad attention span back in the day. I'd like to fire it up again, but right now I really don't have enough time in the day. I woke up at 6. I did some stuff in the morning for masks and YouTube videos. I worked all day till 5. I went to the strip, which I'm not going to do again till... we're not doing any meetups till September. We'll do that on Labor Day. I'll do it somewhere if you guys want to show up. Nobody wants to show up for me. I'm not self-centered. I'm just saying it's an option. And then I went to the Bellagio to check out a room, and now I'm here doing a video on the channel, and it's 12 midnight. So I've been up for 18 hours. Okay, it is what it is. Looking forward to being in Vegas later this month, CJ said. I remember getting shoes from Canada Shoes in LA. So look at that. They actually are a shoe store in SoCal as well. I love your channel. You really keep the content going. Thank you, Judy Wegner. Shout at the devil. Shout at the devil. Are you singing? Is that Van Halen? Running with the devil. That's what that is. Never a boring moment here. I try not to, John. You can't have lulls in your chats, and I don't know. I just try to have a steady stream of consciousness and answer questions. How about another Summerlin live stream? Yeah, we could definitely do Summerlin. We can do Summerlin. We can do Henderson. We can do the Southwest. We can do up in North Las Vegas if it's light out and you're in a nice part of town. We could go over to the east side. We can do the Asian area over where I call it Little Manila, but it's not officially that. I wish it were. It's over on Maryland Parkway. There's a lot of Filipino businesses out there. It's Motley Crue. Cat Image says, I failed. I'm so sorry. I failed you. Our crowd's increasing. Oh, I imagine this weekend will be to the wall of people. Redunculous, right? Green Acres is the place to be. Yes, farm living is the life for me. You need a shot, Red Bull vodka. I want to see how fast you can talk on a Red Bull. No, Red Bull. Red Bull. I'm going to drink me some Red Bull. No, you don't. And if you watch the stream back in like March, you did see how fast I can talk. It's about this fast. Are you going to do any more live streams walking around? Maybe a less busy area. You know what, Red Pill? We could do a less busy area. Just don't want to go down to the hive. I love y'all. I know why the streamers do those. Half of them don't even talk on the live streams. They just point the camera and they just go, "Oh, look at that." You know, and that's fine, man. That's their style. But for me, I want to be able to go click, click, clickety big. I don't know what I'm talking about. Probably when I put my hand up, you can't see it because my green screen technology, it's complicated. Yeah, you can't see my hand past there. That's hilarious. Are they enforcing all the COVID-19 rules? No, that's the thing. They're totally not. I talked about it on the video yesterday. Nope. They're not enforcing anything. They're just being stupid about it. Half the employees are afraid to go to work. The other half have no choice but to be there because of seniority reasons. The hotels are not doing a very good job. I hope they get their game together because they can curb this if they want to, but they are afraid of people not coming here. Well, where else are they going to go? The native casinos in California have all sorts of crazy things they've done to make sure that they're doing a good job. So why doesn't Vegas do the same, man? That's all they got to do. Have you and Caroline ever watched comedian Joe Coy? His routine about Filipino childhood and his mom's. Yeah, Joe Coy's funny. I've seen him on Netflix. Also, not who you would expect, but Rob Schneider from Saturday Night Live. It's Saturday night. I can't talk really fast. I am tired. It's Saturday Night Live. You remember him? Rob Schneider, I saw him in Lake Tahoe live, and he has a very, very funny bit, and he puts little Filipino references into his movies. Well, he doesn't make movies anymore. GG, good game, man. Wow, thank you, GG, for being so generous. You guys are awesome. Thank GG 317 times for me. News and government officials say that C-19 is increasing because of the protests and no social distancing. Bingo bango. Well, I'm so happy that some news and government officials are saying that, because in Massachusetts, the governor of Massachusetts, no, is it the mayor of Boston? One of those government officials said, we don't want you to have a barbecue on the 4th of July. But just a few days ago, he was protesting in solidarity. So one thing is okay, but the other thing's not okay. but I don't understand the rules anymore. I don't know nothing. I'm just a simple Canadian boy. MM804 says, greetings. Thank you so much, MM, for being here. Footlong buddy, like Subway. It's a massive amounts of testing that's increasing. That is part of it. You're right. I think that's part of it too. Rob Schneider is half Filipino, part Filipino. This is true. His father, I think. No, it's his mother. I saw his comedy act. It's very funny. And another person who does good Filipino and stuff. By the way, this is going to offend you if you are if you have light sensibilities. Is Russell Peters. Go look up Russell frickin' Peters, but don't do it at work or with people who don't like curse words. Russell Peters is awesome. He's my Canadian Indian friend. I don't really know him, but he's an Indian from the country of India, and he's from Canada, and he's very, very funny. Very, very funny. It's sad to see how the governor of Florida just does not get it. I don't know, Judy. I don't know what to tell you. That guy has a lot of responsibilities. Whoa, quintessential. Thanks, brother. I appreciate all of your information. Peace and prosperity. Live long and prosper. I can do the Spock thing with this hand, but I can't do it with this hand. What is up with that? So live long and prosper, my friend. Thank you so much. So SNL at home is weird when there's no laughter. Yeah, well, there's no laughter on SNL lately because it's not really funny. It's just a bunch of political one-hits. I liked back in the day when they had sketches like the caveman lawyer, played by, of course, the late Phil Hartman. Hilarious. The copy guy by Rob Schneider. Steve making copies. And then you also had the good days when Jimmy Fallon was there and he never knew how to not laugh in a sketch. Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Julian Sweeney. It was a good show back then. DeSantos is a moron. Okay, I gotcha. The Coneheads, yeah, that's really dating it. But, you know, was it Jane Curtin? Was it Jane Curtin? And Dan Aykroyd, of course. Yeah, good stuff. Livestream Mount Charleston. Fire activity may affect your breathing issues. Are you going for it? No, I'm not going to put myself directly in harm's way, Paul. Plus, there's professional firefighters up there. I'm not some kind of investigative reporter journalist. The Coneheads movie was actually funnier than I think it should have been. Chris Farley was in that movie. God bless him. Rest in peace. There's an example of a man who had everything but was just very sad inside. And we miss people like that because he made us laugh, but tragically he wasn't laughing inside. So, Steve from LA, and give a shout out from Los Angeles, California. Bet you're excited for Allegiant Stadium to open up for this football season. I don't think they're going to have people in the stadium. I'm sorry, guys. I know, right? I don't think they're going to have people in the stadium. It's 98% complete inside. It looks beautiful. Some of the little attentions to detail, absolutely gorgeous. But I can't foresee them putting people in that stadium in Las Vegas. And nobody wants to hear that. And I'm going to be the one that says it. Unpopular opinion. It's a subreddit. I know. Dave, hope you find what you're looking for. Well, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That's a YouTube reference. Boom! With the references. Okay, Adam Sandler as the opera man. That was funny. And also Adam Sandler doing Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam was also hilarious. Man, there's so much stuff from the back in the day. I wonder, do you think in 25 years if we're going to look back on it and say that this time in our life was a funny time to be? Because it seems like everything is just offensive to everybody nowadays. Going to be a while. Full moon on the 5th. Woo. I'll go to the dark side of the moon like Pink Floyd style. Adam Sandler was great. So, guys, football will not be the same without fans. I agree with you there. Trump can't put a limit on testing. He had FDA issue EUA on February 29th, so the states can utilize private company for tests, lab tests, and also states for labs tests. Doesn't need to funnel to FDA labs. All on the governors. Yeah, we have a very complicated system. You know, in Canada, people are lauding Justin Trudeau, the wonder kid, for how he handled COVID. But you got to understand, in a parliamentary system, you can snap your fingers. Anybody here from the United Kingdom, you guys have a parliament out there. Prime Minister can sign laws as long as the majority of the parliament agrees on it. It becomes a law that goes across the whole land. And in this country, we have 50 small republics that all govern themselves. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nothing you can really do. We got 9 more minutes, actually 8 minutes and 15 seconds on this stream. Future homeless shelter destroyer, that's not nice. I'm sure Garth Brooks will play a virtual concert there. I would love to see Mike Tyson fight at the Allegiant Stadium. He could fight Evander Holyfield. That would be a fun card. Yeah, right, eh? Well, oh my gosh, Born of Metal did something that I am seeing right now that you're not seeing. thank you so much, Born of Metal. Guys, throw him a couple of likes, 314 likes to be exact. You guys are super sweethearts. We got a lot of nice people in the chat. Even if you can't afford to pitch in, you're still nice people in the chat, and I really appreciate you. And I went an hour and a half tonight because I felt like I should do something in a different time zone. Plus, I was busy all day, and I didn't want to go away. They started calling me the Iron Man before I got my chest cold. Vaccines are coming, so get ready. It's about to get heavy. I just settled on my lawsuits. Oh, I'm singing Eminem. What's wrong with me? Steven, thank you, and see you later on today. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. By the way, can we talk for a second about YouTube drama? I made the mistake today of typing in something, and a tech channel was talking about Shane Dawson. Oh my gosh, if you know what I'm talking about, give me a shout in the comments. We're just going to kind of free go off the wall for the next 7 minutes or so. And Born of Metal, you guys are awesome, guys. Great people. And I was like, this guy said what? He did what? What? You got 22 million subs, son. You never have to work another day in your life as long as you're not a complete moron. Don't be a complete moron. Do these people really think that they are bigger than everybody else? I'm watching these YouTubers do horrible, despicable things and people call me a racist? What? You call me a racist? People have tried to dox me on Twitter and stuff. Because why? Because you think I'm one way politically? But look what these people are saying. It's just tragic, man. Well, I'm shocked to see Steve on this late. Hey, Damien, how are you, my friend? Mike Tyson is more into having coffee than fighting these days. Oh, but Longfoot, buddy. I thought you were a Subway fan because it says Longfoot, and I was thinking foot long. Yeah, I guess I'm hungry again. He actually did this, he's been training. He's like, I'm Mike Tyson. I'm going to knock you out. I'm 57 years old. I don't even know how old he is. But Mike Tyson was like, I want to bite Evander Holyfield's ear off one more time. Something like that. That's the worst impression I do. It's Mike. It's Iron Mike. I'm coming back to box at Allegiant Stadium. I'm going to eat his children. Mike Tyson has a cartoon? Oh my gosh, I only watch Rick and Morty, and the last season wasn't very good. Oh, that's right, I said it. Rick and Morty was stupid this season. Best cartoon ever until recently. PR has given me tickets. I don't know what that is all about. Oh my God, yeah, well, that would be crazy. Kobe Bryant kicked off 2020, then from there, bad news after bad news. Man, I remember we were at Miller's Ale House trying to scope out where we was going to watch the Super Bowls, wondered where we were going to live. And so, my wife's like, I am tired of real life. Let's go in here. So I'm watching the Pro Bowl, and they cut in with Kobe Bryant losing his life. And it's just been a you-know-what show since then. It's all about regular show. When I get my job back, I will be so happy to chip in for educating me for 4 months. Oh, you're good, John. I want you to get your job back tomorrow and just spend it on your family. Do something nice. Go down to the homeless shelter. They need money. Go down to the food banks. Don't give the food banks food, everybody. Give them money. They need money. Mike Tyson's Mysteries is funny. Yeah, there you go. Hi, Steven Campbell. Happy 4th of July on Sabato. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll be here. The impressions are impressive, CJ's daddy says. Well, yeah, you're just being nice, and I appreciate you for that. Oh, you're good to go on that. Yeah, Mike's tune is pretty funny. Not Robot Chicken funny, but good. I liked Robot Chicken back in the day, and I also liked when Family Guy made fun of Robot Chicken because, of course, Seth Green is in both of those. The boxing match is going to be in Vegas September 2021. That'd be funny. Mike Tyson will be like, I don't feel like fighting no more. I know I sold 10 million pay-per-views. No, I'm not doing it. Any fireworks tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's the 4th, right, technically? Yeah, the fireworks are at the Palace Station. I heard they're also going off at Red Rock and possibly Green Valley Ranch. Green Valley Ranch in Henderson. The fire is 40% contained. That means it's still 60% out of control. Beavis and Butthead tried that a few years ago. Are they still doing it again? That would be interesting if they are. Yeah, they did the MTV thing a few years ago. If you guys want, go watch the old Beavis and Butthead. It's funny. It's a historical glimpse of what we were in the 90s with MTV networks and everything like that. It was a big part of my kid, of course. My childhood. Good night for now, Steven. Jay, see you later. 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, yeah, look at that. I got 6:26. I got 3.5 minutes left. Saw the flight path for Kobe, kept circling due to the fog before Van Nuys. Should have landed there. Should never have taken off, okay? Should never have taken off. I understand you're Kobe Bryant. It's hard to travel in LA because you're one of the world's biggest superstars, but you shouldn't take off. You're not above nature and science and the way that aerodynamics work. It's a shame. It's a tragedy, but it could have been avoided like most things in life. Can you do a live fireworks show? If there's anything going on near me, it's possible. 40% is better than 0, but still a long ways to go. I would never do Mike Tyson impression. Wouldn't want him to come up and say that's not funny. I would love to interview Mike Tyson. Wouldn't that be fun? I'd do it all as Arnold. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking like this? He'd be like, it's just the way I talk. But you're the champion. Look at you. You're so big. You're so muscular. Come on, flex. Do it with manly voice. Listen, Arnold, I don't understand what you're talking about. It's the way I've talked my whole life, and then I knock people senseless. Yeah, but listen to you. You're terrible. You sound like a girly man. Arnold, I don't appreciate it. Look at you. And then Mike would just clobber him. He's like, I told you to stop making fun of my voice. Yeah, 2011 revival they did was funny, and they're coming back again. Well, that's good. Mike Judge is a comedic genius. King of the Hill was one of the very best shows on television ever. Go on your Hulu, fire that up. If you're in Canada, I'm sorry you don't have Hulu. It must suck to be you. So there you go. So yeah, that's my Mike Tyson meets Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, everybody. And at that, I guess I left you guys on a nice little note right there. Yes, Mike would beat up Arnold. I don't know. He'd be like, hey, look over there, Arnold. There's pigeons. What's going on? Look at them flying like choppers. Oh, watch out, Arnold. Boom. Look what I did to you, Arnold. Yeah, that's it. And then Arnold's out like a light. Judy Wegner, most Uber and Lyft drivers are on unemployment. Damn it, Bobby. Bobby. Fatherton. I can't do Hank Hill. Mike Judge did a lot of characters. You know, Tom Petty's not going to, they can't do a comeback with King of the Hill because you don't have Brittany Murphy. She's gone. She passed. And then you don't have Tom Petty. He's gone. He passed. And I don't know. King of the Hill was a riot, yeah. King of the Hill was awesome. Boom. Still watch it. Holds up way better than other shows at the time. I'd hop out of that Uber ride if the driver wasn't wearing a mask. Mark is the best Uber driver in Vegas, okay? He was Lysoling things and wearing masks before anybody else was. So you guys know. Propane. Oh my God, it's terrible. Hank Hill's a hard one to do. You need to try to do some stand-up improv. I'm in. Yeah, right. Oh my God, I got 30 seconds left. Guys, I want to say thank you to everybody who was here in my chat tonight. It's a nice late night chat. If you guys are just watching from a new time zone, you might want to subscribe into the channel. We do lots of Vegas videos. Ooh, I do edited videos. I do actual proper vlogs. Anybody can take a camera out, aim it at something, and do a live stream. I try to provide you with value and entertainment, something to walk away with and to think. Arnold versus Tyson is the $1 trillion fight. Well, it doesn't matter because Arnold was the governor of California and Tyson was the Tasmanian devil. But I appreciate you guys watching. I have a love of Las Vegas, a love of people, a love of cats, a love of dogs, a love of everything except for scorpions. I don't really like them very much. Damn it, Dale. Oh, I can't do the Hank Hill. Forget it. But if you guys want to subscribe, if you guys want to reach out on Patreon, you guys can get support there. If you guys want to go to my wife's gig, it's called VegasFaceMask.com. They go, oh man, see what I did is I tied it too tight. They go around your face. They're a face mask. They're awesome. She makes them here. We'll talk in the morning about something. I got to get a topic, but that's another thing for another day. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click right now. And God bless all of you guys for being so wonderful in the chats and being my best friends on YouTube. I have the best audience on the entire network. Oh, thank you, Longfoot Buddy. I really appreciate you, man. Make sure I do premieres of my videos where I watch them together with you guys. The morning ones are usually they're always pre-recorded. These are my live streams. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. So here we go. Be safe, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and click.